Hyundai Kona EV, the highly anticipated all-electric crossover SUV, is coming to US, and today they finally announced the pricing. It has actually surprised a lot of people, not me, because I thought that was exactly where it's going to land. I'm going to tell you what this means, how cheap you're actually going to be able to buy it after all the incentives, and most importantly, will you be able to lease it, and what are the other advantages that Kona is going to have? Well, Hyundai is going to have over Tesla. All of this is coming up next. Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased. That's most importantly to me, really, unbiased all-electric car news. If this is your first time here, don't forget to click on the subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. Thank you for all the good wishes on my voice that's still recovering. I'm not sick, just lost my voice. I'm sure you could hear it in all of my videos. That's why the volume has been kind of low. It's just because I could not even project my voice. It's a little better today, so thank you. But let's get going with this. Now, this picture I took actually at the SF Auto Show, and they said had the same car in the LA Auto Show. They had two other cars there, and highly anticipated, right? It's rated EPA rating 258 miles on one charge, which is basically the highest of all non-Tesla electric cars out there. It is now being sold in Korea and Europe, and people are absolutely loving it. There is already a report from one of my viewers, EV Patty, that you can see on my channel. Very detailed report. I know quite a few people who can't wait to get their hands on this car. And you know, this is a car that I'm considering as well. Maybe when my Volt lease comes to an end, this is definitely a great possibility, along with Kia Niro EV, which is kind of a sister car to this, right? Well, they're coming to the US, great range, and now they're announcing their price. Now their price is going to be $36,620. A lot of people were expecting it to be at $40,000. I thought it would be closer to 35. So 36, almost 40. I mean 36, almost 37 is actually pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Now it's still not as competitive with other gas versions of this same type of car. But it's definitely getting close, because don't forget, here in the United States, we have $7,500 tax credit, which Hyundai hasn't really used up much of, and so it's definitely in play. Then there are quite a few states here, including California, that will give you $2,500 rebate. Now, I know the cutoff usually, if you make $150,000 or more, you don't get that. But I am assuming that a lot of people who will be buying this car will be under that, and they'll be able to qualify. Now, with all of that, think about it. This makes this car, well under $30,000, which is actually quite remarkable, and is competitive with other gas, small, compact SUVs. And obviously, gas savings is something that's kind of cherry on top. I'm totally looking forward to that, to this. Unfortunately, they're going to be selling it in ZEV states here in the United States. And I think we already talked about it when I had an interview with a Kia representative, Steve Kosofsky, at the LA Auto Show. And this is it may be even up to us, as far as how we vote for our representatives, especially in the local government, to see if, more states can be ZEV states. But it is what it is for now, and I think this is definitely going to add to this whole electric car revolution that right now is being led by Tesla Model 3. Now, here's an advantage that I think this car is going to have over Tesla and Tesla Model 3. Actually, two of them. Let me tell you about it in just 1 second. Before that, I just want to remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by X-Rack, which is a new sponsor. And I'm really excited because basically this is a roof rack for your vehicle hitch. Obviously designed for the Model X, where you just can't have the car go anything on top because of the Falcon doors. But there are quite a few people who don't want to put anything on top of their car for some different reasons, and this is a great solution for them as well. I think they have one for Model 3 coming up, so check in their store. But before you shop there, check out the description of this video, because they've provided a very generous discount for all of you guys in my community, and free shipping on top of that. So browse there for the link for the discount, and you can just go to xrec.us. So thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Back to Kona EV, and here's a couple of advantages that I think it will have over Tesla, particularly Tesla Model 3. Now, they're not competitors per se, obviously, because one is a luxury sedan. Um, and another one is a regular compact SUV. But because of that, it will have more cargo room. Obviously, with the hatchback is a big deal to a lot of people. So that's number one. Number two, it's available right now, pretty much in the next few months in the United States, and the price is at around $35,000. Essentially, what the target for the cheapest Tesla Model 3 is, which they may not achieve until another half a year. But I think the biggest advantage the Kona EV is going to have, just like Nissan Leaf and quite a few other electric cars that come from the legacy manufacturers, is that they don't have a problem having these cars leased. So people like myself, I'm extremely unlikely to purchase a car. I've always leased. I have tons of videos where I think most people, especially if you have a good credit score, will benefit financially really from leasing, between leasing and buying of the same car. And because of this, you'll be able to do now with a $7,500 credit. That also helps you because it's the bank that essentially going to deal with that, and you get the $7,500 kind of built into the deal immediately. Where if you're buying this car, you're gonna have to wait until you do your taxes, especially if you buy this car in January. You won't see those $7,500 until April of the year after that. So you might have to wait for like 14 months to get that $7,500, where if you lease, you pretty much get it right away. So I think it's a major advantage. Now, the problem that I think Hyundai and Kia will be having is the fact that what they had with this a Hyundai Ioniq, which I also see it as SF Auto Show. That's where I took this picture, but I don't think they still have it figured out. And just like my interview with Steve at Kia, I'm not sure they figured out the supply chain just yet, and therefore they're just maybe not able to make enough for the demand that they might have for these cars. And that's my biggest concern. I hope they can get that together. At this point, I would have thought they've learned a lesson with Ioniq, but I don't think they have. So we'll see what happens. I hope this is the car that will add to the revolution rather than add to the sort of doubts and issues of what the electric car industry, at least part of the industry, is having. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. Of course, I will keep you guys updated on this, and they will have tons of events and around your areas probably, and I will definitely let you guys know about those. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.